Hi. I'll just go ahead and wait a couple minutes before I start. Trying to get this ready. I can't tell if anyone's on yet, but if you are, say hi. I'll just wait a couple more minutes before starting. Once you hop on, say hi. Hi, thanks for joining. Just wait a little bit longer before I start, just so people can get on. I have wigs to show like usual, and then going to talk about how to choose a good wig for you, wig tips, styling, just anything about wigs. As I go, if anyone has questions, just comment them and I'll try my best to answer them. But I'll just wait a little bit longer. Hi. Hi. Where is everyone watching from? I love to see where everyone is at. Hi. Thanks for joining. Just waiting a couple more minutes or another minute or so before I start talking a lot more. Hi, thanks for joining. So I was going to start this live kind of just telling a little bit about my story, because I always get a lot of people asking. But I'm Miranda. I have alopecia universalis. I was diagnosed, I think it's almost 5 years now. But I work for Wigs, and I love to show all the wigs and try to help people find what works best for them. But yes, Atlanta, Georgia, nice. Hi, thanks for joining. I was going to start with one of Uniwig's newer wigs that is a medical wig, so it's really good for someone with complete hair loss like myself, and really good for somebody going through cancer, so it's super comfortable. Hello, thanks for joining. Georgia, Tennessee, that's cool. I've never been to Georgia or Tennessee. It's fun to see where everybody's watching from. But I'm going to start. I'm going to start talking about this medical wig, and its name, I think that's say it. I have shown this wig before I think on my last 2 lives I've shown it, but it just goes in with what I'm talking about today with wigs, about finding one that works good for you and that's comfortable and all of that. And so I'm going to start with the cap construction on this wig because it's since it's a medical wig, it is different than a normal cap. Hi, thanks for joining. So this is what a medical wig cap looks like. So you have the silicone pieces on the back and on the sides. That is going to help it stay in place. And then you have these adjustable straps, which is super nice. You can tighten it if you need it. No sound. Why? Can everybody else hear me? Okay. I think my phone's working well. You can hear me? Okay. I can never tell. If you can hear me, let me know. But yes, so what makes this wig so special is that it has individually hand-tied hair, so no wefts on the cap. So it's super breathable, super comfortable. You can probably most likely pull the hair up and have it look great because you don't have to worry about wefts. And then this has a mono top, so that helps make it realistic. It has a lace front and just makes it comfortable for someone without any hair. So like myself. So very comfy. It doesn't, like you notice, it doesn't have clips or combs because sometimes those can irritate your scalp. I will go ahead and put it on so you guys can see it. You can hear me good. I never know if my phone's working, so this is Emily. Super pretty. As you can see, that mono top has a very realistic part and hairline on it. And those little silicone pieces, they kind of just stick in place and help secure it, which is super nice. A little tip, I like to do 4 fingers from my eyebrows to hairline to help it look most realistic. This color is actually one of my favorite colors that Uniwigs has. It's Vanilla Butter Blonde. And this wig does come in other color options, so that's super nice if you're wanting a brunette. Let's see. Length is 12 inches on this one. I love the length of it. I feel like it's very like a bob. I love the blonde too. The Vanilla Butter Blonde is my favorite. It's seriously the prettiest blonde. Like, this wig is so comfortable too. Like, does not itch your scalp. I know a lot of people worry about that. And it definitely depends on what kind of cap construction you are going for. This one is very good for being comfortable. The cap size on this one is a little bigger. It's around a size medium, I would say, or maybe even medium to a large. So like 22.25 inches to 21 or 22.75 inches. So that is one of the major things when trying to find a wig, is make sure you are measuring your head correctly so you can get the correct cap size. Make sure you're getting the correct head circumference. No, I think the knots are definitely not as visible for sure. I feel like darker hair is more visible just because it is darker when it's tied to the lace, so I feel like they can be more noticeable. But they do bleach them sometimes, so that makes them nice, so they're not as visible. You have alopecia, my hair is very thin. Yeah, I feel for you. It's not the funnest, but finding a wig that works great for you is amazing. Once you get to that, what works best for you, what's comfortable, budget wise too. This one is around $594. That's with 15% off right now, and that's actually very good for a nice human hair wig, and it's very comfortable. Density on this one is 130%, which it doesn't feel heavy at all. That's about standard density, but it's very light and breathable, very comfortable. Just trying to see if you could maybe pull it up. The hair's kind of short. You can tuck it behind your ear, the hair. I know that is a lot of are looking for a wig, including myself. I like to be able to tuck the hair behind my ear. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you for being on this live. If you are just joining, say hi and where you're watching from. I'm just talking about this medical wig from Uniwigs. And I'm just going to be talking about how to find a good style for you, and finding the right wig for you, and just wig tips along the way. And if anyone has questions, feel free to comment them below. I'll try my best to answer them. But yes, this is Emily. Medical wig. It does come in other colors. I love the blonde though. The vanilla butter blonde's my favorite for sure. It looks super cute curled also. I had this wig in the color brown that I'm pretty sure I was showing it on a live about 2 months ago, and I curled it and it was really cute. But yes, this one is so pretty. Yes, you are actually able to. I just barely took mine off and put my contacts in, but I wear glasses with a wig every day. It just kind of depends on like what you're looking at right here. I don't ever have a problem wearing glasses with my wigs though. Can this be styled in a half bun? We could sure see. It's just kind of hard because like the hair's a little shorter. But if you could get the hair to stay, it would be really cute in like a half up hairstyle. I think I don't have a hair tie, I don't think. I was trying to find one. I don't think I have one, but yes, I think you could style up in a little half bun for sure. Can you show it? I don't have my glasses right here with me, or I totally would. If you go to my Instagram, I have a reel on there that's showing that you can wear glasses with wigs, and it's super easy. Like, I don't have a problem with it. You might have to scroll down a little bit, but this wig, I think there's a link at the bottom. I can see the link at the bottom for this wig, and I'm sure they could put a link for it on here that you can go on and look at it or purchase it if you want. You want to see it with glasses? I know, shoot, I don't have them right here with me. I'll go grab them real fast for you, if that's okay. I'll hurry and go grab my glasses so you guys can see them. Okay. So this is what it's like with glasses. It just sits. I like to sit mine under the ear tabs, but I feel like it looks fine. You could definitely put them over them too, if you want. But yes, it can be done. But yeah, you can wear glasses with wigs. I wear them about every day with a wig, so they look super cute with this wig too. But yes, you can wear them over the ear tab, so it's just right on my ear. Or you can put them under the ear tab. It just might stick out a little more. But I seriously never have issues wearing glasses with wigs, so it's definitely doable. But yes, it's super cute. If there's any more questions, I can try to answer them. I was going to also talk about different ways you can secure your wig if you're kind of nervous about it coming off. This one is glueless. You definitely don't need anything to help secure it, but I think I showed this last time on the live, but you can try a wig grip. I can put that on if anyone wants to see it. You can do glue or tape, but since this one doesn't have a full lace front, you'd only be able to put it right here for the glue and the tape, and that might, you definitely don't need glue though or anything for it. But yes, this is Emily. A beautiful medical wig. If anyone wants to see it again. I never thought you could wear a wig and glasses at the same time. I know, I never thought you could either until like I started just throwing my wig on with my glasses on, and I wear it like that usually every day, so. And I don't have a problem with it, so it definitely is just whatever you're comfortable with, I'd say. Alrighty, I'm gonna go to the next wig that I'm going to show. So this one is a newer color in this wig. Yes, definitely try wearing glasses with a wig. I do it every day, and I'm totally fine with that. So this is wig Celesta. I think that's how you say it. Let me grab my paper. Celesta, and this is a newer color in this wig, I believe. It's a very gorgeous blonde. It's a lot like the vanilla butter blonde I just shown, but this just has a regular cap construction type. So you have like the wefts and then the adjustable straps right here to help tighten it, and then you have a comb, just one right there, and then you have these clips to help secure it. Can you show some darker 16-inch wigs? Yes, I actually have a dark one that is 16 inches that I will be showing briefly. I will show it after this one. But yes, just a normal cap construction. It has a lace top with a lace front, ear-to-ear lace front, which makes it realistic, which is what you are looking for when you're buying a wig, is you want it to look realistic. And this one is super nice. Like, I feel like the part on that one looks amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. You just, to show how to attach that, these little hooks just go down right into there. I know I've had people ask that before, so. And then just adjust it. 4 fingers from eyebrow to hairline. So this blonde is very pretty also. The color of this blonde is called Iced Beige Blonde. So it is a little different than the Vanilla Butter Blonde that they offer. This wig comes in other colors also. But as you can see how great that part and that hairline looks on that one. I feel like it does. Like, I try to like look at myself in the mirror I have, and I feel like it does. This is one of a really good one to like, you can just see like how great that looks. Yes, I can compare the two. So this is the one I just had on. This is Vanilla Butter Blonde. And this is the Iced Beige Blonde. So this one might be a little darker. I feel like this one is more cooler. And this one kind of has brown, I feel like, throughout, like maybe a lighter brown throughout. So that is the difference. So I feel like this one's a little darker. The Vanilla Butter Blonde might be a little darker than this one. So this is a petite size wig. It measures, I think the cap measures around 21 to 21.5 inches. So you just need to make sure you are getting the correct cap size so your wig can fit perfectly. Thank you. Yes, this one is actually one of my favorites that I've shown. It's gorgeous. The color, the part and hairline looks amazing on it. It fits so perfect and it's so comfortable. The length on this one is 17 inches. You can always, it is one length, so if you did buy one, you could always like cut layers into it or like side bangs, whatever you prefer. Density is 130% on this one. It's very lightweight and very breathable, I would say. If you're just hopping on, say hi. Just showing Celesta. Yes, I agree. This one is definitely lighter than the other one I just shown. It's kind of like cooler. I feel like the other one had like brown in it a little bit, and I feel like this one don't. I actually really like the color of this one. Like, it's very light. This one is so pretty. Yes, I can. I was actually just going to do that. So that's the hairline. You can see the lace a little bit, just sticking up right here. You can always use a little glue on that. Just press it down, like on the ear tab right there. That is the hairline. Lace. Has ear-to-ear lace, so that can help it look realistic. Sometimes you get lace sticking up though like that you might have to glue down a little bit. Do you normally wear your wigs with glue? Actually, I don't. I tend to go for wigs that are glueless. For that reason, I don't like gluing them every day, so I have one from Uniwigs that's glueless that I can just throw on and go like this one. Just throw it on. You don't need glue necessarily. I'll wear glue sometimes with them if I just want to make sure it's on there securely if I'm wearing it all day, but most of the time I don't wear glue. So if you look for wigs that say glueless, they're super nice because a lot of times you don't need any glue at all. They stay on. Like, this wig's on my head very well right now just because it fits my head. So that's why cap size is important. Measuring your head circumference is important before buying a wig. Will the lace be visible if you don't use glue? No, not necessarily. I have a lace melt spray that kind of acts as a glue, and I'll sometimes just put it like in the front right here, just like dab it a little bit, and it just helps like the lace blend to your skin better. I've heard of people just using makeup on it to help it blend into their skin better. What else was I gonna say? You can also like, if you want it to look more natural, you can pluck it a little bit if it's like too full. But I feel like the lace on this one is very light. Yeah, it is sticking up right there, but a little glue, it would go right down and you wouldn't be able to see it. It kind of just depends on what you're getting, honestly, with lace and stuff. This is human hair wig too. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yes, this one is beginner friendly for sure. I would 100% confidently say it's beginner friendly. Like, you can just throw it on and go. That's how easy it is. Like, no fidgeting around, or if you wanted to style it, but like, it's on my head well, and I don't have any glue on. Like, I can't really lift it because it's snug on my head, but yes, this one is beginner friendly. It's around $560, which is actually a very good deal for this wig. Yes, you can use heat on this one. Use low heat though. You don't want to turn the heat up too high or it will burn the wig or the hair on it. But yes, since this one is human hair, you can safely use heat on it, which is super nice. Whether you want to curl it or straighten it, it's safe for that because it's human hair. But yes, just use a lower heat setting. Don't go too hot or it will melt the hair. I have done that before. That's another thing I was going to talk about is unless you absolutely need to use heat on your wig, like obviously if you're going to style it or curl it, make sure it's low heat, but I try to avoid using heat as much as I can because it does damage the hair if you're using heat on it too much. And like after you wash a wig, kind of let it air dry if you can, just so you're not using that extra blow dryer heat on it because it can damage the wig. I have alopecia too, but I haven't had the courage to try wigs yet. Wigs are scary for sure. It took me a minute to kind of get into them, but once I did, it's so much fun. You can find what works best for you, like the cap construction, hair length, hair color, like the lace, all of it. It seems like a lot for sure, but once I started buying wigs, I can't stop buying them. It's like an addiction, which sounds weird, but it's just fun to try different hairstyles and everything. Hi, thanks for joining. This is wig Celesta. It's a newer color, iced beige blonde. Iced beige blonde. And we are comparing it to the other blonde. Do you know if vanilla butter blonde is warm or cool? I actually was just showing a vanilla butter blonde wig. So this is vanilla butter blonde compared to this one. I would say the vanilla butter blonde is definitely kind of cooler. It does have a little more brown in it, I feel like, than this one. I feel like this one's cooler than the vanilla butter blonde, but I still think it's a very pretty blonde color. Upgrade Courtney says 14-inch icy melt blonde. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Maybe Uniwigs can answer that. A topper. Upgrade Courtney says 14-inch. I'm not sure about why it would say that. Maybe they could answer that better than me. I know it definitely, if you're clicking on different links or anything, it will change the price if you're going longer. But yeah, that is Vanilla Butter Blonde. I would say it's still like a cooler blonde for sure. This one has a little darker of a root, but I do have another wig with me that's Vanilla Butter Blonde also, so we can also compare that one. If anyone has any other questions. And while I'm talking, if anyone wants to see a wig again, I can show it. Yeah, it says, I think they're on sale right now, so I know these wigs are anyways. 15% off. Yeah, so pricing changes with different colors and lengths. That's what I was figuring. So if you're clicking on a longer length, it's going to be more money. If you're just hopping on, say hi. Just talking about some wigs and just talking about wig tips and ways you can find a good style wig fit for you. If anyone has any more questions while I talk, feel free to comment them. And if you want to see a wig again that I've already shown, feel free to ask. I just showed, this is Celesta, and I've already shown Amelie. I'm more than happy to show them again as I go. Another question I get a lot on wigs is like the type of products to use. Just make sure you are using good products for wigs, either products that are made for wigs or products that are like sulfate free and won't damage your wigs more. And make sure you're using a very good deep conditioner for the ends of your wigs because they do dry out. Guess we can go on to the next one. So this is Celesta. If anyone wants to see it again later on, let me know. Very gorgeous blonde. I'm going to show a dark colored wig now for a second. So I'm going to show wig Jade. Very pretty. This is one of Uniwig's more popular wigs. How do you usually pick your wigs? So what I like to look for with wigs is the cap construction. A lot has to do with that because obviously sometimes they might irritate your head. If you worry about irritation, a medical wig like Amelie that I showed earlier might be a better fit just because it don't have combs or clips. Individually hand-tied hair and a mono top. This makes for a very comfortable wig. But I like to look for like the cap construction, what is inside. So this is like a normal cap, like the closed weft. I like to look for a lace front on my wigs just because that will help it look more realistic, and also a lace top. I know there is so many options. It's very hard to figure out what works best for you until like you try them on also, which is rough. But I like wigs with like the adjustable straps because sometimes they don't have those, but I like those so you can tighten or whatever needed. If you still have hair, ones with combs and clips are good because that will help secure it to your hair. I don't necessarily like them because I don't have any hair and they kind of hurt my head after wearing it after a long period of time. I have cut some combs and stuff out of wigs before, so that is also an option. Yeah, so look for lace front with a lace top, adjustable straps. Definitely like do research before you buy a wig. Make sure it's something that you might like, or even if you can try them on before buying, because they're a lot of money sometimes and and it's just hard. But yes, this is wig Jade. I'll just show it for a little minute longer, and then I have a ponytail wig to show you, but I'll go ahead and put this one on. Anything with waves. So this wig air dries when you wash it. When you wash it and it air dries naturally, it will be wavy. Some of Uniwig's wigs are made with like the Burmese hair, so they air dry wavy. I put curls in this one. There's a hair in my eye. But I put curls in this one. They have a lot of synthetic ones that have waves in them. I have one right now that I'm going to show you in a minute. Scared to cut the lace. Does it damage the wig if I try? No. So cutting the lace is so scary on wigs. But there are so many tutorials out there. I've posted one before, I believe, on my Instagram. Uniwigs has posted some. They have some on their YouTube. It's definitely a scary process. Just make sure you're not cutting it too close to the hairline and you will be all right. So I like to lay mine on a bed so I can hold the lace up really good and get the hair out of the way. I like to do it like a little zigzag motion along the hairline with little scissors. Use sharp scissors because sometimes if you use dull scissors, it might damage the lace and it will make it fray. So make sure you're using sharp enough scissors that it will cut it okay. But yeah, definitely cut it a good amount from the hairline to begin with. And if you want to cut more off, you can totally do whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. But I've seen a lot of people that cut it too close to the hairline or like kind of in the hairline, and it might make the lace or hair fall out, ravel, whatever. So as long as you're cutting it where you should be, it is scary. I agree. It still scares me very much. Yes, this wig is so pretty with waves. The length on this one is 16 inches. And I love the length of it. It's so pretty. Can I show how I styled this? So I actually used my straightener, my flat iron, and I just pulled it out like that. I don't have it down here with me. And then I just like kind of wrapped my hair around it and just pulled it down, and it made curls in it. But this one does, like I said, it air dries naturally, like wavy curly. So if you washed it and let it air dry on a wig stand, it would dry. Similar to this. I always end up curling my hair all messy. I know it's so what I like to do is the hair right here curl away from your face in the front, and I like to curl away from my face whatever side I'm on, curling away from my face, and then in the back just curl what way works. I know it's so hard trying to figure out how to curl it. I've done that too. And honestly, there's been times where I've just like got the wig wet, so like the curls came out of it, and then I'd let it dry and redo it. Because sometimes if the curls are curled the wrong way, it just kind of messes it up, I feel like. I like to curl away from my face though in the front. I feel like it looks best, but definitely however you like it. But yes, this is Jade. This is one of their top selling wigs. You can see why. It's gorgeous. It does come in two other colors, a brunette and a blonde, I believe. This color is natural black, so it's all just one solid black color. Kind of looks brown with the lighting that I have. The nice thing about this one is it is lower density. It's 110. And it definitely feels it. It's so comfortable. And like I said, when you wash it and if you let it air dry naturally, if it's wavy curly, it won't feel too crazy with the low density. So that's super nice. Cap size is 21.25 inches to 21.75 inches. So the size small to almost maybe medium, or maybe just size small. It's a smaller size. Yes, of course. I know there's lots of tutorials and stuff on YouTube. I even go there a lot. Uniwigs posts some amazing videos to help with like lace cutting, styling your wig, all of that. They are amazing with all of that. But I'm going to move on to another wig. If anyone wants to see that one again, I'm more than happy to show it. The next one I'm going to show is a synthetic wig. I have it styled right now. But this is Juniper. So this is a synthetic wig. Does have a wavy pattern to the hair. Super pretty. I styled it in like a little half up because I thought it was super cute. It does have bangs. This wig has bangs. Super pretty. And it has like a darker root with like blonde. Love the color of it. Show you the cap. So this cap construction is a little different. So you have the wefted, close and open, and then the adjustable straps, a comb to help secure it right here on the sides and in the back. So no clips on this one. The top is not a lace top because of the bangs, but it doesn't matter because the bangs cover the front. Can you do the same curls on that blonde wig? The blonde one I showed before, yeah, you can. Yeah, the other blonde one I was showing earlier is human hair, so you can curl it whatever way. They're actually very similar in length and everything, so you can for sure style it that way. I'll go ahead and put this wig on. The bangs are a little long on me. I'm not able to trim them, but you can trim them to however you want. As you can see, the bangs are long on me because I'm not able to trim it, but I just put them to the side. So this is Juniper. I always say if you're beginner with wigs, one with bangs is a good place to start just because you don't have to worry about a lace front. As you can tell, like it doesn't have a lace front, but it doesn't matter because the bangs cover that front piece. This one's super cute. It has a very cute curl pattern to it. And this one is only $89, so that's an amazing price for a nicer synthetic wig. Super cute with a half up. The length on this one's 14 inches. It's hard to tell just because of the waves in it. This one is synthetic, yes. I'd like to see how you curl them too. Yeah, I don't have my flat iron right here, but I should make a video on how to curl them because it's super easy. Just make sure you use heat protectant on your wigs before you style them or use heat on them to help protect them. But yes, this one's synthetic. 130% density. It does feel a little heavier, but I think it's just because of like the wave curl pattern it has going on. It makes it feel a little fluffier. And this one is synthetic, but it has heat-friendly fibers, so you can use low heat on it if needed. Yes, they are long on me. I can't trim them, so I'm just making do with what I have. But obviously, if you buy a wig and the bangs are too long, you can trim them. For sure, they are too long on me. The cap size on this one is 22 inches. So a size medium. So always keep that in mind. When buying wigs, that you need the correct cap size for it to fit correctly. If you go on, there's pictures of someone else wearing this wig and they did trim the bangs. It looks really cute. I'm just not able to because I don't get to keep it. Thank you. I love doing this half up hairstyle. I do it all the time in my wigs because it's easy and it looks good, like in the back. Sometimes you have to be careful, like pulling hair up on a wig just because like of the wefts. You don't want them to show, but this is like my go-to updo with a wig. I feel like it looks super cute in anything. But yes. If you're just joining, say hi and where you're watching from. I'm just showing some wigs. I've shown a couple already, so if anyone is interested in seeing them again, I can show them again. Yeah, synthetic wigs can definitely look realistic. Uni wigs has a couple or some with a lace front and they look amazing. Like, it's just crazy. You can definitely find good synthetic wigs out there. I know sometimes you get ruined with one if you buy it from Amazon. But these ones are different. These are nice synthetics. That's why they're a little pricier. But $89 for this one isn't too bad. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. For sure. If anyone has any questions, feel free to answer them or feel free to comment and I'll try to answer. No, I don't find this one to tangle easily just because it's short. If a synthetic wig is longer, I feel like they tangle so bad. I've had some longer synthetic ones that weren't from uni wigs and they just tangle so bad I can't even wear them. But a lot of times they get tangled like right here at the nape. You just want to make sure you are combing them out with a wide tooth comb after you wear them so they can stay in good condition. I know they have, you can buy like a detangling spray for synthetic wigs. Just make sure it's for synthetics so you don't ruin the fibers on it. But it's definitely doable to keep them tangle free. The shorter the synthetic wig, the easier it would be to keep it from getting tangled for sure. Thank you. Yeah, this one is cute for sure. I wish I could trim the bangs to show you better. They're a little long, but it's super cute. If I bend over, no, it won't. I mean, the bangs will. The bangs moved in my face from flipping it. If it fits your head, if it's tight and good, then it won't move from your head. Sometimes I'm a bang person, sometimes not. It depends. I feel like bangs, wigs with bangs are very beginner friendly for if you're not sure about a lace front yet. Do I have one like that without bangs? I know Uniwigs has a bunch of other synthetic wigs, and I'm pretty sure they have. I showed one last time on my live that I don't have anymore that was very similar to this hair texture, and it didn't have bangs. I wonder if they remember what one it was. If they could comment that. I can't remember what one it was called. but it had the same texture of this and it didn't have bangs and it was synthetic. Yes, uni wigs have hair toppers. I don't show hair toppers just because I'm completely bald, so I can't really show that, but they do have hair toppers on their website. Yes, you can absolutely use a topper if you still have hair, enough hair to use a topper, then yes, absolutely. I'm not 100% sure how toppers work just because I'm completely bald. I don't have any hair to use a topper, but if you still have hair, I don't see why you couldn't try a topper. I know Uniwigs has a ton of amazing toppers on their website that you can check out. If there are any more questions, new part and middle and side part. Not necessarily on this wig, just because of the so this one doesn't have lace right there like a normal wig would because it has bangs on it, but you can you can move the bangs. You can't unfortunately move the part, I don't believe, just because it doesn't have lace right there. So usually if a wig has all lace right here, you can change the part. But on this wig, the part is stuck in the middle just because of it being a synthetic wig and it has bangs on it. Do you have any products that can cover just the top middle of head? Yes, Uniwig sell toppers, so that's like kind of just like a wig, but it's only like a piece that will go on the top of your head. I don't have any toppers because I can't really show a topper, but they do have toppers. If you want, they linked it. You can go check that out on their website if that is what you're looking for. Yes, I don't show toppers, so I'm out of luck there. But that was Juniper. I'm going to move to a ponytail wig next. If there's any more questions along the way, or if you want to see a wig again, let me know. So I'm going to show ponytail wig Leslie. So this one's super pretty. It's a lot like the blonde wig Delphine that I have. It's just in a different color. So as you can see, this is a ponytail wig, so they are made a little differently. So the hair is like purposely made that it could be worn up. As you can see, that is sewn in a circle on the cap. It has adjustable straps, the comb for security, and the clips on each side. It has an amazing lace front and a lace top. So yeah, that's the difference between a regular wig and a ponytail wig is it's sewn in a circle on the cap on a ponytail wig. So like when you're pulling all the hair up, the wefts move up and they're made that way. You can also wear them down too though, which is super nice. They look pretty down. I'll go ahead and put it on. Need a comb. Yes, you can wear them down. They actually look really pretty down. I've seen a lot of people just wear them down. You necessarily don't have to wear them up all the time, which is nice. You can wear them in a claw clip. You can wear them in a messy bun. I have a claw clip right here. I'll show that. But they look super cute down. This color is pretty. It's truffle brown. So it's just kind of one solid medium brown color. Here's a little staticky. Length is 18 inches, so it's gorgeous length. I like it being longer, so when you do pull it up into a ponytail or whatever, it's not like too short. But yes, love the length on this one too. So you can see, you can always use glue if you feel like you need that extra security. Cap size is a small on this one. It's 21.25 inches to 21.75 inches. Yes, ponytail wigs are amazing. Thank you. I usually don't like brunette colors on me, but it's really cute. I was going to show it up into a claw clip. Super easy to do. Yes, I can show how to adjust the parting. Or try to explain it the best I can, anyways. So when you pull it up, obviously if you need to fix this part, just kind of adjust it, pull the hair out loosely so it's not showing. But you can do whatever kind of updo in this one. This one is 18 inches down, which is super nice. So when you pull it up, you have like a nice long ponytail still. I even did a messy bun in it and it was super cute. This one is human hair too. The price on this one is $534, which is insane. That's a great price. You can see how great the part looks on it. Obviously, probably need a little glue with that lace showing. But super pretty. And like I just shown, you can wear it down. You don't have to wear it up all the time. Just super nice. Density is 130% on this one. I feel like the longer the wig, the heavier it might feel, but it still feels pretty lightweight for how long it is. Obviously with length, it's gonna feel a little heavier depending on how long your wig is. But it has these cute side pieces that you can curl. And like I was talking about before on securing your wig, I feel like a wig grip would work very well with this one just because you can kind of tuck like the comb in it in the back and kind of it just snugly fits to your head. If I bend all the way over, no, it won't. It won't come off my head anyways because if you get the right cap size, it's not going to go anywhere. it'll stay on. And like I said, if you feel like the back part right here rises up at all, a wig grip would be super nice for that. Thank you. Yes, I love the face framing layers too. I like that. With about any wig, I like the face framing layers. I feel like it just adds to it a little bit. And the nice thing is Uniwig's wigs, a lot of them have like the face framing layers, so it's super nice. But yeah, this wig will not come off if you have the correct cap size for your head. That's why head circumference is important, finding it before you purchase a wig. So what I like to do is, like I was saying, that might flip up. I usually pull it down, and then I'll pull the hair out loosely like this. Just a little bit so it like covers that. A wig grip would help that though, like stay in place too. Yes, this, I feel like it's like it says truffle brown, but it does look like a milk chocolate color, I feel like. Like it's kind of like a medium brown, super pretty. I love just like the solid color of it. And it looks even amazing down. You don't have to wear it up into a ponytail, which is so nice. I normally store my wigs. I was actually going to talk about that. So I like to store my wigs. I have a couple wigs that I throw on every day, like here and there, and I store those on a wig stand. So either on a wig stand, or if I don't wear them as often, I store them in like a silk bag. Usually when you purchase a wig, it comes in a silk bag. But this is a wig stand I like to use. I just got like a pack off of Amazon. And like it's easy just to stick them on it, and then when I'm like heading out the door, I just hurry and throw my wig on. So yes, wig stands, and then you want to keep your wigs safe if you're not wearing them a lot. So definitely in a silk bag if I'm not wearing them frequently, so they don't get like dusty and gross. Yes, this is my wig stand that I use. You can get like a pack on Amazon. I have like a couple just on my dresser with the wigs that I wear frequently on it. Super easy, they're not that much. And I know they have all kinds of wig stands out there, like actual like heads you can put it on. But this is just the one I use. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. The wigs, it's easy to put them on it and take them off. It doesn't damage your wigs. You do want to store them on something just so it helps keep your cap how it should be. If you're just laying them down somewhere and leaving them like that, it's not good for your cap on your wig. Yeah, you can. I'll show you actually how you do that. So if you just pop that off. So here's your wig stand. I might have to do it off the camera, but so it kind of just sits on there like that. This is how I put mine on anyways. And I just make sure like it's on there good to where nothing's gonna get damaged. This is exactly how I set mine on there. Just like that. You just kind of drape it over that part. But that way it keeps your cap where it should be. The lace isn't getting damaged. It's fine like that. So it just perfectly sits on there. Do you need to cover the wig with a cloth? I haven't noticed since I wear mine that I have one that I wear usually every day. I don't cover it just because I'm picking it up and putting it on every day, but I definitely have covered them before with something if they're sitting on a wig stand, or sometimes I just stick them in the silk bag if I'm not wearing it a lot. Because it definitely isn't good for the hair to get dusty and gross. So I would say you could put a cloth over it on a wig stand, or just store it in a silk bag is another option. I do both, so whatever works for you, probably. I don't have a whole lot of room, so if I'm not wearing it, I usually just put it in a bag and put it in my closet. But yes, this is Leslie, human hair, ponytail wig. Super pretty. You can see the lace coming up, but you could always use glue on those pieces of lace. Tell us about the return policy. I'm not 100% on the return policy. I'm sure they could comment on that. I would imagine if the lace is intact, then you should be able to return it no problem. That's usually how it goes. I'm not sure. Maybe they can answer that better. We'll give them a minute. Yeah, I do take my wigs with me when I travel, actually. I just put them in the silk bag that they came in. And I like to wad something up, like a little towel or something, and put it in the cap of the wig. And then I just kind of fold it up and put it in the silk bag it came in, and it usually travels just fine. You just want the cap to be protected in that situation. You don't want it to be like flat and squished. You want it to have something inside of it to keep the structure of it. But I've actually traveled with wigs quite a bit. It's super easy. Yeah, they travel well as long as you have a silk bag to put them in and keep them protected. They're usually just fine, and I like to make sure they're nice and safe in there. Yes, I usually do wear a wig every day. Since it's cold where I am, I do wear a wig every day because I have kids and I have to take them to school and pick them up and run errands all day. So I just throw one on and go. But yes, I have been wearing a wig every day for the last little bit. Usually when it's hotter outside, I prefer not to wear wigs as much just because I don't like to be hot and gross, but it's definitely personal preference on that. But yes, I have a handful of wigs that I rotate through every day to throw on and go, which is super nice. If there are any more questions, I have some more wigs to show. If anyone wants to see a wig again, I can show it. I have shown Amelie, Jade, Juniper, and Celesta. This is Leslie, ponytail wig. If anyone wants to look at the other wigs that I have again, I can show them. Or if anyone has any more questions about how to find a good wig fit for them or wig tips, I can try to answer them. You always want to make sure you're detangling your wigs. I think I already said this after every time you wear it. Start at the ends with the wide tooth comb and just slowly work your way up so you're not pulling on the hair on the lace. But they get really matted and bad if you're not detangling them after every single wear. Keep this one on for a couple more minutes and then I'll move to the next one. If anyone has any questions, feel free to comment them. If you just hopped on, say hi and where you're watching from. I love to see where everyone is at. Oh, they just linked their return policy for you. So they have a link right there. Whoever asked about the return policy, if you want to click on that and give it a read. I wasn't 100% sure how they did it because everyone is different when it comes to wigs. I think you have to return it by a certain time frame though. You can't wait months before you return it. You got to return it pretty quickly, I believe, and that's what it says. Once it's delivered, you have 7 days to initiate a return. And then they have a link you can click on to look at the details if needed. All right, I'm going to show another ponytail wig. I don't have a problem with my scalp getting itchy. I do notice if I wear it when it's super hot outside, I feel like my head does get itchy just because it's sweating. But where I am at, it's cold, and so I do not have a problem with my head getting itchy. That's why finding the right cap construction is important also. That's when I was talking about Amelie, their medical wig. I'm going to show it again here in a minute. It's perfect for if you have an issue with your scalp getting irritated. It's perfect for that because it's made for comfortability. But I will show that again in a sec. But usually only if it's hot outside and I'm sweating under my wig is usually when I get irritated. Otherwise, I don't have a problem with the caps or anything. But this is Delphine, super pretty, long blonde ponytail wig. It has the same cap construction as Leslie. You have the clips to tighten, the combs to help secure it. This one has clips right there. And then as you can see, it is sewn in a circle since it's a ponytail wig. It has an amazing lace front with a lace top. I'll go ahead and put it on. So this one is my favorite color from Uniwigs, the Vanilla Butter Blonde. How does this ponytail compare to the other one? They're actually pretty much the same thing, just different color. Their similar cap construction is exactly the same. Their length is the same, I believe. This one's actually 20 inches long. The other one was 18. But they both have like the side face framing layers. They both have the lace front with an amazing part. As you can see, it looks great down if you want to wear it down. This one does have 2 different cap sizes. The other one did not. Yes, it can be curled, for sure. I just had these side pieces curled because I had it pulled up into a ponytail. But you can for sure curl the whole wig. It is human hair. This one is a little more expensive than the other one, unfortunately. It is like $1,100. The other one was only $500. So they are priced differently. I feel like this one fits better on my head than the other one did. So that's why just finding your cap size and everything is so important. The cap size on this one that I have is 21 to 21.5 inches. It also comes in a medium cap size, which is 21.75 to 22.25 inches. So again, why measuring your head circumference is important when you buy a wig because you need it to fit correctly. I feel like the ear tabs don't stick out as bad on this one like they did Leslie. Love the color of this one. The Vanilla Butter Blonde is my favorite color that they offer. Density is 130%. Just because it is a longer wig, it might feel a little heavier, but it's still very lightweight. Like when you have it in a ponytail, it's comfortable. It doesn't hurt your head. This one's cute. I like to just pull this little nape part back or down and then pull a little hair out just so it can like cover it so the cap's not sticking out. How do you measure your head? The sizes seem different for each brand. Yes, measuring your head can be difficult. Let me see if I have my measuring tape. I did have it last time I was in here. I'm gonna hurry and grab my measuring tape so I can show you how to measure your head. It's just right over there. I'll be right back. I can't find my measuring tape, but I'll show you with a cord how to measure it. It was in here, so I'm not sure. Measuring your head is super easy. My head size is 21.5 inches, so this wig actually fits my head perfectly. If you're always unsure, I would try to maybe size up a little bit and you can just tighten it. You don't want it too small or it's not going to stay on your head. So you usually just use like a soft tape measure to measure your head. I'm just going to show you with this cord how to do it because I can't find mine for some reason. But I usually just do it around my head like this. And then whatever the number is on your tape measure. I know some wig brands have you measure from ear over the top of your head to the other ear. And then some brands have you measure from where your hairline would be down to your nape. And I know when you buy a wig, they have a section on there usually that tells you like how their wigs are measuring and how to find your correct cap size. It can all be so like hard though, I feel like, but there are so many videos on how to measure and get the correct one. If you have hair, so if you had hair, I would just put it over your hair, put it above your ears, just along your hairline in the front is how I would do it. But yeah, put it over your hair for sure, so you want enough space for your wig. So for sure, include your hair if you have it. It's really important. I cannot emphasize enough how important getting the correct cap size is. Because if you don't have the correct one, your wig is not going to fit how you like it. If it's too big, it's not going to stay on. It's going to bunch. It's just not going to look good. the hairline and stuff's not going to look good if it's too big. And if it's too small, it's going to give you headaches. It's going to probably come off too, just because it's not on your head well. And you just don't want that. So yeah, measuring your head is important when buying a wig, for sure. And if like you're in between, not sure, maybe go up. That's what I usually do. And then you can just tighten it with these little combs that are on the inside of most wigs. And I said this earlier, I think, but like when you are looking into wigs and purchasing them, make sure you're just doing your research, because you do want to make sure you are getting what you're wanting, just because they are expensive. And it sucks when you're not getting what you're wanting when you're paying that much. And I know on some like wig companies' websites, they have like a measuring graph chart where it shows like where to measure. So measure around, measure ear to ear, measure back and forth. I've seen some charts like that on wig websites. So it kind of just helps guide you to get the correct size. Clips can feel a little uncomfortable sometimes. I'm going to show Emily just because she don't have clips. Clips can irritate my head sometimes if I'm wearing my wig like all day long, but usually I'll take it off here and there throughout the day if I'm home for a minute. I have actually cut clips out of wigs before. Just be careful, you're just clipping the thread and not clipping the actual like cap construction. They can irritate your head though. That's why a medical wig is super nice, because they don't have that. So this is wig Emily. It doesn't have any clips or combs on the inside of the cap, which makes it super nice for people without any hair, or like that don't want the clips or combs irritating their head. So this wig comes without the clips or combs. If you're talking about the ponytail wig, it comes with them, but you can cut them out if needed. They do help secure it though, if you have hair still, depending on what you're looking for sure. So yes, this is a medical wig. No clips or combs. The wefts are different. It's individually hand-tied hair on this cap. Super comfortable. You have the adjustable clips right here to help tighten it. You have the silicone strip right there on the nape and on the sides by your ears. So that's going to help secure the wig. Yes, this wig is so nice, and it's very comfortable for someone without any hair like myself because of like no clips or combs. It has a mono top too, which is super nice because it helps the part and hairline look realistic, that's what you're looking for when you're buying a wig. And it helps for breathability. Super comfortable. This wig is so nice. It also has antibacterial material, so it's going to keep you fresh and not be gross if you do sweat in it. So yes, this is the amazing medical wig with no clips or combs. Perfect for somebody that gets irritated with the clips or combs. I absolutely love this one. I think I showed it last time I went live, and I also showed it in a brunette color. Yes, this one is actually perfect for alopecia. That's technically designed for people with alopecia, complete hair loss, or cancer patients because it's comfortable. This one is Amelie, Amelie. There is a link below. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I can. It's priced at $594, which is actually a very amazing price for such an amazing wig. Personally, this wig would be perfect for an everyday wig. You do not need glue. You can see how amazing the hairline and the part looks on it, and it's so cute. Like, it's kind of bob length. It is 12 inches to be exact, the length. I love it. And it has like the little face framing layers, like I said, a lot of their wigs have. You can see the little silicone tabs. They kind of just stick right there above your ears. Like they just help secure the wig. And that one on the nape, it just stays right there too. Like it kind of just sticks to you when you have complete hair loss, which is super nice. This color that I have on is my favorite, the Vanilla Butter Blonde. But it does come in other colors. It looks super cute curled too. So you can do curls in it. It is human hair. So just use lower heat on it and heat protectant, but you can use heat. How do you keep it in place at the nape? So that silicone strip that's on the inside helps it stay in place on the nape. So it kind of just sticks like that little, it sticks to my leg right there. You can also use a wig grip with this wig. I've used a wig grip, even though it has the silicone pieces. This wig is a little big on my head, so that's why wig finding your correct cap size is important. This wig, the cap size on this one is a size medium. So it's 22.25 to 22.75. So it is a little bigger on me. So that's why making sure you have the correct size is important, but this wig grip helps it stay in place. Just adjust it to how you need it. Yes, wig grips are nice. You just gotta adjust it to where you need it to be at. It literally, once you have a wig grip on, it does not budge. Like I have a hard time getting it off my head. There's no glue needed. So that's with a wig grip. It's on my head pretty well, and this wig is kind of big on my head. So and on the back, it just sits right there on the wig grip. It's not budging at all. So like it's on there. It's on there good. I can't even, it does move a little bit, but that wig grip is like glue. So 4 fingers from eyebrow to hairline, if I can get it to move. But yes, wig grips are nice if you feel like you need that extra security. They're comfortable too, they don't hurt your head. I actually wore a wig grip a lot to the swimming pool last summer with my kids, with my wig to keep it in place while swimming. And it didn't budge. Wig grips are super nice that way. And you can't like see them. You just slide it back a little bit from the hairline and it's invisible. You can't see it, which is super nice. But yes, this is Amelie medical wig. Yes, it has adjustable straps on the inside, on the back. So it has these little clips right here. You can see that. So if you need it tighter, there's like little sections. I don't know if you can see, there's 1, 2, 3. There's little sections where you just pull this strap, pull it out, and then pull it to whatever like little thing, whatever one you need it in. And that will help tighten it and keep it secure too. So just like that. Super easy. I have shown all the wigs that I was going to show, so if there's any more questions, please comment them before this live ends here in a bit. Just want to make sure everyone is getting their questions answered if I can. But yeah, that tightened it a lot, so it's on my head a lot better now. It's just, you want your wig to fit right because it is bunching. The cap is on me on this one because it's too big on me. So that's why cap size is important again. But if there's any more questions, feel free to comment them now. before this live ends. I appreciate everyone that joined and all the questions that were asked. I go live every month for uni wigs around the 1st of the month. So I'll be going live again the 1st of March with different wigs to show. But yes, if there's any more questions, feel free to comment them. This is Amelie, a medical wig, if no one's seen that before. Perfect for someone with complete hair loss that needs something comfortable. This one is definitely that one for you if you want something like that. I love this one. It's super cute. Love the color of it. Have I tried wigs from other brands? Yeah, I have actually. I've tried a couple other brands. I have a wig specifically from Uni Wigs that I wear every day though. It's my everyday wig that I wear. I've washed it a couple times. It kind of dries curly. It's super cute. Very comfortable. But yeah, I have tried wigs from other brands. It's all about what works best for you and your price range. I love Uni Wigs and their products. How often do I wash my wigs? Depends on how much you're wearing them. You don't want to wash them too much. So I usually go for once my wig's starting to look a little rough, or if you're sweating a lot in your wig, or if it has a lot of makeup on it, definitely wash it every, I would say, 20 wears probably. I know some people wash them like once a month, or kind of just depends on how much you wear them. I don't like to wash mine a whole lot. Honestly, it can dry them out if you're washing them too much. So you want to make sure you're using the right products, like I mentioned earlier, and using a deep conditioner on the ends and like a nice hair oil to keep them moisturized. But it really just depends on how much you wear them. I don't wash mine that much, and I wear one every day, so I go quite a bit in between. Once it starts getting a little gross, I usually will wash it. How many wigs do I have? Probably like 10 to 15 wigs. Like I said earlier, if you weren't on the live, someone was asking, they were scared about buying their first wig, and I said, once you start buying them, it's hard to stop. Like, it becomes an addiction. You just want to buy another one. That's, I feel like, where I'm at. But I like having variety. You can really express yourself in different colors, different lengths, all of that. I have 2 wigs that I'll switch out every day. Yes, I wear one every day. It's cold where I am. And I have kids, so I have to run errands a lot. So it's nice to have, I just have one that I just throw on every day that I switch between. That's too much. Yeah, that is way too many wigs. I agree. I definitely don't need that many because I don't wear them all. My husband would agree with you on that. But uni wigs make such budget-friendly wigs and stuff. It's hard not to buy them. Such amazing wigs. If there's any more questions, I would be happy to answer them before I end this live for the night. I'll just give it a couple more minutes. If anyone has any questions on wigs or anything, they can always message me on my Instagram or UniWigs. You guys can email them. They're amazing about getting back to you and getting things figured out for you. Yeah, you can sleep with a wig on. I never have just because I like to be able to take it off. Some people do though. I know some people that will glue a wig on and wear it for a week at a time and they'll sleep in it and everything in it. So it's definitely preference. It might ruin the hair a little bit sleeping in it a lot. If you're sleeping with a wig on, it might damage the cap or anything like that. I don't like to sleep in them, but if you do, just protect the hair as much as you can. I have a hair oil and I think it's called Kerates, and it's in like a little bottle, like a kind of yellow orange bottle. I get it from Sephora. I've seen other wig influencers use that one, so I've tried it and I actually really love it because it helps like get like all the flyaways and everything down, and it keeps the hair super soft after I wash them or after I style them. But yes, try to just make sure it's like sulfate free and like that it is going to be good for your wigs, because I have tried like hair oils before that kind of made my wigs feel really gross. How to choose the right wig for your face shape. I definitely think that's personal preference also. Like sometimes I know like shorter hair looks better on certain face shapes or longer hair looks better on certain face shapes. I definitely like longer hair on me just because I feel like my face is oval. But I think whatever you're comfortable in, and if you won't like whatever you think you look good in, is what I would say to that. I think if you think you look better in short, or if you look better in long, it's definitely up to you and what you prefer and what you think you look good in is what I'm gonna answer that, because I wouldn't want anyone telling me this wig looks bad just because my face shape is different. So I think it's definitely up to how you think you feel and look. No, my wig hasn't ever came off while I've been out. I wear wigs a lot, and the ones I have fit my head like they're supposed to, or I'll even use a little glue right here on the lace just to help it feel more secure. I've used wig grips, but I've never had a wig come off. I feel like I like my wigs super secure. I like them to feel secure. I have a baby. She likes to pull on them. And it's never came off. I've never had a problem with my wig coming off. I just like to make sure it's super secure before I go out and that it's fitting my head right. If I had a wig on that was too big, I definitely would worry about that just because they don't fit your head correctly. Yeah, I think for your face shape, I think it definitely just depends on what you like. And what you prefer on your face with your face. Just like I said, I wouldn't want anyone telling me something looked bad just because my face shape was like oval or something, if that makes sense. It's definitely what you're comfortable with and what you prefer with your face. Because before, with my real natural hair, I didn't like short hair. I liked my hair longer, but now with wigs, I like it shorter. So it just might depend, I guess, too, on how your hair looks or how your hair is. If there's any more questions before we end the live. Which brown one? The ponytail wig? Was it the ponytail wig or Jade? If you remember, right? If you remember what one it was. The ponytail, yes, I will show it again. So this is Leslie. It's very staticky for some reason. So yes, this is a ponytail wig. It's human hair. Has like the standard cap. Ponytail wigs are different just because it's a ponytail wig. They're made to be worn up. So it is sewn in a circle on the cap. It does have the adjustable straps with the combs and clips. And then like the lace front with the lace top. So yes, this is a ponytail wig. Just because it's a ponytail wig doesn't mean you can't wear it down. It looks super cute down too. It's just very staticky for some reason. But you can wear it in a claw clip, you can wear it in a ponytail, messy bun. You can technically wear any wig in a claw clip, messy bun, ponytail. This one's just like specifically designed to be worn up. The length on this one is 18 inches. When it's down, yes, I usually do. I like a middle part. I'm a middle part person. On some wigs, you can change the part though. If the lace is more off to the side, you can change the part. But yeah, I prefer middle part for sure. You can wear this one in a claw clip. Let's see, has like the face framing pieces in the front. Yeah, I think you could do a side braid. I could actually do it real fast if you want. You could do like a French braid across, or you could do like a braid to the side like this. I actually used to wear my hair like this a lot. But yes, it goes in a side braid. It does have a little bit of layers, so you do have those hairs sticking out. Yes, this wig is 18 inches long. But with a ponytail wig, you do want it longer because when you pull it up, you want it to be longer. You don't want it too short, for sure. Let me find my ponytail. And this one's only $534, which is pretty good for a nice human hair wig. You can always pull that little part by your nape down and pull a little hair out so it's not sticking out. It's usually what I do. So it looks more natural. Yes, this one is really pretty for sure. You like the hairline. Looks good, and the lace does stick out, like I said earlier. You can always glue it though, if you feel like you need to. But yes, this one looks very realistic. I agree. I recently made a reel with this one too, that Uniwigs will post, so you can see different ways I style it. Their lowest density hair topper. I'm not sure about hair toppers because I don't show those. Their lowest density wig is 110% though. I'm sure they can comment and answer that though. Their lowest density hair topper with a realistic hairline. They can answer that better than I can. I'm not caught up on toppers, unfortunately. Only wigs. But they're pretty good about answering questions, so just give them a sec and they can answer that for you. But this is Leslie. The cap size on this one is kind of smaller, so do keep that in mind. If it's too small, it's not going to stay on your head. And if it's too big, it won't stay on your head. See if they'll answer that question. I'm not sure about toppers, or I would love to answer that. The density on this wig is 130%. It might feel a little heavier though, just because the hair is longer. I've noticed with longer hair, the heavier it feels, even though the density is not too bad. It's still very lightweight though. So we're saving one's own hair for a wig to wear in the future. I'm not really sure about saving your own hair for a wig. That's a very good question. I think it would be worth it to have that for sure. And if you have the right person make it, it would definitely last. And it depends on how you care for a wig, if it lasts or not. So just if you're caring for it correctly and have it made right, it definitely would last and be great. If there's any more questions. Yeah, sorry, their lowest density topper is 110%. And they have lace front toppers for a more realistic hairline if you don't see that reply to you. So yeah, 110%. I figured that's the lowest wig density too they have. But if there's any more questions before we end the live in a minute, I'll be live again in a month. But I hope if you are struggling to find a wig you like that this might help, or just make sure you do your own research on finding a wig for you. No, wearing wigs do not hurt your own hair at all. I know a lot of people that wear wigs when they damage their real hair with bleach. They'll wear a wig to help their real hair kind of grow out. So no, wigs don't damage your real hair. I know a lot of people wear like the wig caps under, but honestly, you couldn't go wrong with it. Just a wig cap or just your hair tucked in it, it won't damage your hair at all. So that's super nice about wigs. Unlike extensions, hair extensions, they can damage your hair. Wigs don't do that. So that was a good question. I don't wear a wig cap. I don't have any hair. I don't have any hair, so I don't wear a wig cap. But back when I first started losing my hair, I did wear one sometimes when I wore wigs. It was short, but I feel like with wig caps, it can kind of help your wig stay in place too if you have one on. But yeah, I usually don't wear one just because I don't have any hair, and it would kind of be pointless to wear one with a wig for me. But a lot of times when you buy a wig, they send wig caps in with it. I've noticed Uniwigs always sends wig caps with their wigs when you buy one. So that's super nice if you did need one. And they're comfortable. They're not bad. They're just nylon. I'll have to show one on my next live, but they're super easy to use. If there's any more questions. I know they also make different colored of wig caps. I've seen black wig caps, and I've seen like a light brown, like kind of not really skin tone, it's a little darker. So whatever personal preference, if you can see it through like the part on the wig, if not. I know people that don't wear wig caps, if their hair is short, they just part their hair to where the part is on the wig so you can't like see that, but it's like all personal preference and what works best for you, I would say. But I'm gonna be ending this live. If you are interested in seeing more, could you please show how to change the parting line? Actually, I can kind of explain it. I don't have the proper things to show you, but so you need like a lace top wig. So there's that big piece of lace on the top. It's in the middle right now. So what you're going to do is wet the hair really good. So I just like wet it really good where I want the part, and I'll change the part with a comb, a rat tail comb to where I want it. So like if I were to change the part right there, I'd make sure it's really wet and just kind of comb it down to where I want it, and then I'd let it dry, and then I like to use like a heat comb on it and put it like down, and it's super easy. It will stay like that. As long as you have a lace top like that where you can change the part on it, it's super easy. Love to get a wig and have no idea how to begin. I know wigs are super scary. They can be. You just need to like do a lot of research before you buy a wig. Try to find what works best for you and what you like and what you want in a wig. Is definitely a good place to start. Wigs with bangs are good beginner-friendly wigs, I feel like, because then you're not worrying about the lace front. But it's all personal preference on how you want your wig to look or feel. But they're definitely scary. Make sure you get your correct head circumference so you can get the correct cap size is a good place to start. And then when you're researching, looking at different wig brands on their websites, just make sure you're looking at their size charts and making sure you're getting the correct size, and just go from there, whatever length you want. No. So if human hair wigs, you can use heat on them as long as they're like lower heat. So no, a hot brush won't damage a wig unless like you're leaving it on there for a long period of time. I just usually do like fast passes, like once or twice. I don't try to sit and go over one spot with it. But if you're just doing like a fast pass where you want it, I usually do that to help get flyaways away too, and it helps a lot. But as long as the heat is low and it's a human hair wig or a wig made for heat, it won't damage it. If the heat is too high, it could melt it and damage the hair for sure. So you just need to make sure you're using low heat and make sure you're using heat protectant when you're using heat on a wig. But I appreciate all these questions. I know wigs are scary and a lot of people don't know where to begin with them, but uni wigs are amazing. They are amazing at answering questions, and they have amazing videos on their YouTube of tutorials and on their Instagram. But I'm going to end this live now. I hope everyone has a good night, and join me next month for another live.